Fossil fuels are the largest supply of electricity generated across the globe. These conventional sources are responsible for many challenges such as rising prices, limited availability, and climate change. Fossil fuels have produced more than 10 billion metric tons of CO2 every year. Problems that PV technology is addressing: reducing emissions of harmful gases such as CO2, reducing global warming and greenhouse effects, and increasing energy efficiency. Once fossil fuels are used up, they cannot be replenished. Main benefits of the technology: PV panels generate clean energy. Operating costs of solar PV panels are negligible. The total energy produced through PV cells has the potential to meet the demand required by the world.
So, how exactly does the technology work? Photons from the sunlight strike the photovoltaic cell. Semiconducting material, commonly silicon, absorb these photons. Absorbed high-energy photons allow electrons to move freely, which creates light-induced holes in the crystal lattice of the silicon. The movement of electrons causes the formation of a p-n junction, which creates a voltage. Electrons diffuse across the junction from the n side to the p side via a concentration gradient, setting up an electric field. This lowers the energy of the depleted zone, which allows current to be generated through an external circuit. A direct current of 12 volts is produced, which only flows in one direction, known as forward bias. Household applications, however, operate at 230 volts, therefore an inverter is required to convert the direct current to alternate current.
Bangladesh has been facing a severe power crisis for about a decade. Primary sources of energy such as coal are very modest in comparison to the development needs of the country. Due to the high transmission and distribution cost and also limited generation capacity of electricity, only 31% of the rural population is connected to the electricity grid. The consequence of this is that a vast majority of deprived regions depend on kerosene lamps for lighting. Increase in global oil prices is causing kerosene prices to rise in Bangladesh. Solar home systems provide an alternative electricity supply to households where there is little hope for grid electricity supply.
This case study looks at Mr. Nasrul Islam, who uses a kerosene pressure lamp to light his grocery shop. The monthly kerosene consumption is 15 litres. His kerosene pressure lamp was replaced by a PV system with 2 lamps. The analysis suggests that the project is an attractive investment since the payback period is less than 3 years, has a positive NPV, and a high internal rate of return. Because financial analysis is not adequate to fully appreciate energy investment, the social benefits also need to be considered.
Solar energy presents many unquantifiable benefits. In the business area, few income generation activities were created after acquiring the solar systems in the area studied. People who were engaged with business using traditional kerosene lamps and switched to solar home systems for lighting saw increased business development due to an increase of working activities in the evening. Grocery shop owners who were using kerosene lamps for their businesses extended their working activities by 2 hours as a result of the introduction of solar home systems. Additionally, applications of photovoltaic systems in the home can remove the danger present from kerosene lamps to children, while indoor air quality remains clean without kerosene fumes. Other case studies in these investigations of solar installations led to increased home studies as children were able to complete additional work, averaging 2.5 hours per day. Academic results indicated a clear improvement in performance with access to quality lighting in the evening. There was a marked increase in social gathering as homes with solar light and TV allowed people to come and stay up later in the evening, socializing in an illuminated environment.
This project can be considered a success as photovoltaic technology offers business and homeowners in deprived areas an opportunity to have access to cleaner and affordable energy to power business development and a better standard of living.